Tier 1 at Austria. As you can see, it is not sunny out, ladies and gents. Just before to it, let me just do a quick sound check. Give me a moment. All right, ladies and gents, we are good to go. It's your boy. This is J-Dog. A big thank you to Mr. Gameboy for hosting the commentary last week. I appreciate that, my friend, and sorry, everyone. Your boy couldn't be here for the opener, but we're back. Round 2, Austria. Loves a bit of a wet race. We had the preseason in Coda. It was flooding, and now it looks like in Austria we've got another one. So, gee, another tricky track for everyone to do 36 laps around in the wet. If we do have someone who knows the weather, if you could put it in the chat, just give us an update for the remainder of the race, that would be great as well. Now, Austria, we have a total of 10 corners, 2 DRS zones. Now, obviously, there is another straight that doesn't have a DRS zone, and that is the first straight after the start-finish line, which is the biggest overtaking zone where a lot of people go up on the inside. One of the slower corners of F1. So make sure everyone brakes very, very, very heavily, especially in this weather. We will have 36 laps of hopefully not too much mayhem or none at all. But if it's anything like Coda for our pre-season, the boys have got it covered. They did very, very well in this weather last time out, so we'll see how they go today. Now looking at who's first out on track, I believe we are going to have failing Tomcat. So Mr. Tomcat, good to have you. I believe this is my first time to have the pleasure of being a commentator in one of your races. So welcome to ERA officially from myself. You can see he goes down this first straight, brakes heavily. Gets down that nicely. Be careful not to lock up too much there, especially fresh tyres. So probably do a few laps with these inters. I'd say all the boys will. Usually that puts them in a bit of prime condition to get the faster laps out of them. They're a bit too they're not warmed up enough, I'd say, in the first lap or so. Unlike a soft tyre, obviously because it's raining, it's not dry. So see what time he can put in. He has used the batteries, so it looks like this is going to be a set lap for Mr. Tomcat. Let's see what time puts in here. It's a 1:14.5. I don't know actually personally what wet times are good and what are, but I guess obviously that depends on the type of wet weather, whether it's light or heavy. Well, we've got Steve pulling in a 1:13.1. So it looks like Mr. Tomcat has a bit of time to get on that. Baco SGT 1:13.752. So it looks like the boys are pulling off some 1:13s now. So no build 1:14 there, but I don't think no build hadn't used any batteries, so we'll stay on board here with no build. That was just a settler for no build. You can see here, he just used the front end of the battery for the entry into the first corner. So that 1:14 was just a settler for him. Mertz, we're gonna go Mertz Mertz 113.8, sits above no built, who's now just ending the first DRS zone. Obviously not active due to the weather. So what can no built do here? Looking to beat his time, but again, he's 1.2 up, ladies and gents. So that'll put him square on pole here by about 3/10 at the moment. You can see that fuel light flashing. Hopefully he doesn't run out towards the end of the lap. See what he can put in. Stonker 1:12.4. There's some time in there for the boys to catch up. 1:12.4, absolutely phenomenal lap. See what everyone else can put in. And we've got Ichris. Is Ichris on his lap now? I don't believe so. And Mr. Unk Production. Mr. Unk goes off track here. Hold on, ladies and gents, let me just adjust my volume. Apologies. There we go. So Rico Gracie gets a 113 flat. Puts himself on the front row with no build. Joe Holly SV5. He's on a lap. We'll have a look at what he can do here. That 114.2 was possibly a set load. Locks up he gets it. Steve 112.1. Stonker of a lap. Beats Noble by 3/10. What can Jaholi SB5 do? Oh, geez. Disney on ice for Mr. Holly. Can he pull the lap together? Still might be faster because it looks like the track's getting a lot better. Either the track or the weather. One of the two. Comes into the last corner nicely. What can he do here? So 113.5. So he beats his time, puts him up into the top 10 in 7th. So who else now on a lap? I believe Steve. Steve might still be on a lap here as well. Soppers a 112.5. Puts himself into 3rd. Gee, the boy's really pulling some time out now. So we've got Colombo here. Colombo's on he's sector 3 of his lap, training the battery. Colombo wants to watch as always. See how he goes. Gee, hangs the car in there using all the track. Used any more and it would have been invalidated. What can he do here? It's pole for the moment, 111.9. The first one into the 111s, Mr. Colombo. Tell you what, cracker of a time. I'm not sure if it's the track or the weather at the moment. We'll see if someone puts on some soft tyres, and then we'll know immediately. But it looks like it's not too heavy as comparison to what we saw prior to the qualifying starting. Yeah, it looks like it is drying up a lot. It was pouring down before we started quali. Actually, at the start of quali, as we could see in that pit lane, and now it's just barely drizzling. So I think the track is drying up. Who's going to be the first one to put those soft tyres on? So it looks like Colombo about to go for another pitch. Steve at 111.7. He pips Colombo back and forth between good old Steve-O and Colombo. Bacco pips McCooley here. Bacco puts himself in the 3rd. Next to Moikuli on the 2nd row. He's got a 112.4 here. I think Moikuli hanging out in the pits possibly for that weather to dry up, and then he's going to come out on some softs, I would say. Most of the drivers in the pits, I'd say a lot of them are hanging out for that soft tyre track. Looks like a lot of them are coming to the pits now. Jahali's, I don't think he's starting a lap here. He might be. He's got his ERS is quite low. Still maybe a cracker of a lap, depending on how the track is. It looks like he is possibly backing out of that. Or is he out of petrol? One of the two. Have a look who's on our flyer. Looks like Mr. Unk Production. Have a look at Mr. Unk Production. That track really does look dry now. I'd say we're going to have some people on these soft tyres very, very quick. Although Colombo sets a 1:11.2. Still going at it, Mr. Colombo. I tell you what. A back and forth between Steve and Colombo. Steve in that pit's waiting for that the soft tyre go-to to pip Colombo. Can't wait too long, or can't go out too early either, because you will lose your opportunity, because the track will now continually keep drying up. People will get better and better and better times, so you want to be that last person to cross the line in quali, which will give you a better chance of doing the best due to the track conditions. So time of perfect. I think the drivers are looking, do I go for 2 runs here, come back in? Do I save a set of softs? How many set of softs do I save? Because again, this track is 36 laps. If there's a safety car or two, you do want that extra soft tyre in tow to use. Obviously, because the drivers only do get 3 sets for quali. So it looks like Rico Gracie about to start his lap here. So no longer raining. It looks like I can't see any rain on my screen. So yeah, Rico Gracie not using any battery here, I don't think. He's not. So possibly just wearing in the inters for another lap. Or planning to go into the pit this lap. Very surprised no one hasn't chucked on a set of softs yet. I thought there'd be one by now, considering it looks very, very dry and rain has stopped completely. Abu Bakar has it's invalidated. So I'm just looking at the pits here. Oh, we have Chris is on softs. It's coming up as inters for some reason. I don't know why, but you can see softs there. My mistake, ladies and gentlemen. That isn't. That's my mistake. The tyres were set to best, not current tyre. So we do have a few on the softs. So we have a Steve, No Built, Mertz, Nobody, iChris and Infinity, currently all on soft tyres. Mertz on his lap at the moment here. Possibly backing out of that, it looks like. Ooh, nobody into the wall, trying to get some pedal down. Can't get the pedal down. Looks like the track still isn't fully dry enough to treat it as a dry track. With the throttle, I don't see any damage. Did he take off an end plate there? He did. He took off a left end plate. Chris going a bit wide there as well. Looks like on the soft, they're struggling a little bit. I'd say it's still probably the better tyre out of the two. Let's see how Nobody goes for the rest of it. Chris. It looks faster. We'll stay on board for Chris's lap. That's Nobody in that gravel. So Nobody's struggling, especially without that. Chris almost losing the car going into the pit. The green keeper will be happy tomorrow. Chris has mowed the entire pit lane for him. So Chris going into the pit as well again. We have No Built out on his proper lap with the softs. Let's see how he goes. No build purple. There was a purple second sector. I'd say the softs are a lot faster. Oh, he loses the rear as well. Going into the pit. Shivers. A lot of the lads losing the rears. So all the boys now going onto soft tyres, you can see. I believe that's a tactical pit from No Build just to make sure he gets another set of softs on for a final run. Currently no one out on a fast lap, but only 3 intermediates left on the grid. That's booty cam slide, who I believe will probably put on a set of softs. It'll show me in a moment. 2 now, DRS, a booty cam slide. Yep, so booty cam slides, you can see the softs there on the car. And DRS, he's just biding his time, I believe, in garage is waiting. Like I said, you want to be the last one across because the track is still drying. So it's important that you utilize every second that you're out there. I think we're going to be in for a nice few surprises here, ladies and gents. The grid's going to shake up a lot, depending on who times their laps properly. It's going to change a lot. It's going to be a few changes in the last couple of minutes. Minute 45 left. Infinity coming across the line. 1:11.3 did invalidate. He's going again. Not enough time to go back into the pit. Let's have a look here. Soppers on his lap. I believe he's the furthest of the front runners. And Steve just starting his. Booty cam slide still on inters. Probably should get those off. And now the only one on the grid on intermediate tyres. Possibly an engineer error. Again, yeah, the truck hasn't been hit by a drop of rain in it quite a few minutes now, so I think softs would be the best option. Again, yeah, Colombo 1:10.4 and Moikuli 1:10.8. Both set on softs, I believe, but it's probably touch and go with which tyre is the best, honestly. They're all being backed up here, as you can see, to get the best start possible into their hot lap. One bit of a queue. See a few of the lads are pitting there, are they? No, they're not. They're still going out. Baco SGT 109.3. There's your first pole sitter, ladies and gents, and no one else can cross that line. So Chris misses out. Is the first loser. Booty cam slide, second loser there, and then nobody puts himself into fourth. Demu in third. Still got a lot of people to cross that line on soft. See how they go on their laps, but stay on board with No Build. See how he goes. As we saw a few weeks back in Coda, No Build climbed the entire grid during the race. Had a quality issue, so we'll make sure we catch this last lap here. There's a bit of traffic here. Not sure if that's I think that's a finishing AI. Colombo 108.7 currently on pole. Oh! No Build catches a car, but it swings wide and it's invalidated. And it would have been a 106. That would have been pole. He would have had pole with it too. Very, very unlucky for No Build there. Again, you leave it up to one lap. It's that can happen. An invalidation, one track limits, and you can literally be starting a lot of places back than you should be. because that would have been pole. That was a 108.6 invalidated, um, which really the invalidation would have lost him time as well, to be honest. So it's very, very unlucky. Um, and we are done and dusted with quali. We are done and dusted. And DRS gets enabled as quali's pretty much finished. Baco's just in the pit, so that's all that's holding us up. And they enabled DRS. So, ladies and gents, Colombo with your pole here. Joining him on the front row, Baco SGT. Phenomenal by the lads. Moikuli and Infinity. Infinity up there on the second row with Moikuli. Well done, lad. Then we got in fifth, Jaholi SV5. Then Demu in sixth. Mertz in seventh. Nobody in eighth. Brudicam Slide in ninth. Steve in 10th. Then we got Maestro, Failing Tomcat, No Built, Soppus, Rico, Gracie, Abubakar, Unk Production, Ichris, Ortran, and Wingish in your bottom 10 there. Wingish not setting a lap, just letting the other lads do it. Maybe going for a last to first, not sure, just watching, seeing what everyone's doing. Maybe he's just a fan of motor racing, wanted to watch some. But that is your grid, ladies and gents, with a Mr. Colombo pole. First one for the season, I believe. I may be wrong here. However, it is a pleasure to see you on pole again, good sir. Now, ladies and gents, as per usual, if you're a new driver or a new spectator, we'll wait that 3 to 5 minutes until an admin gives the ready up, and then we'll go ahead and start our formation up. Now, make sure, of course, that you don't go anywhere, just in case there is someone that does start the race, whether by accident or not knowing the rules. Otherwise, it will disqualify you from the formation lap, and unfortunately, your tyres will be cold. So make sure you stick around if you're a driver in the 3 to 5 minutes. Now, also a warning to those drivers that are listening, please ensure that you do take this first corner very, very carefully. Treat it as if it was one of your own. It is a very, very sharp right-hander, as well as the following corner, the second one where everyone comes to a stop. It can be very, very difficult to judge, so make sure you're all aware. Please no stupid 10 aside into any of those first couple corners. There is a whole 36 laps to do. So I will be back with you shortly, ladies and gents, and we'll start our formation lap. And we are off, ladies and gents, with our formation lap. So let me put this telemetry up correctly. So having a look at the tyres here. Very much a medium tyre grid. We have 5 hard tyres. Surprisingly, the leader, Mr. Colombo, on the hard, with the next one down being in the 8th position of a nobody on the hard tyres. So out of the top 7, Colombo the only one opting for those hard tyres. Possibly a good a reverse strategy to hold his position towards the end of the race in comparison to the other front runners. Then we have failing Tomcat, Rico Gracie and iChris. So they're your hard runners, and the rest all on mediums. No soft runners, thank goodness. That would have concerned me a little bit. I think starting on the softs in Austria is possibly one of the it's one of the biggest gambles you can do. It's a very, very high risk, high reward type gamble. So glad everyone decided to hedge their bets on a better chance with a medium or a hard. So you can see Colombo lining up. Is Colombo going to point his corner? He doesn't. He sits it straight on almost. We do see Bacco. Bacco is pointing a little bit to the left, maybe trying to get the jump into the first corner on Colombo. Moikuli straight on as well. Infinity does sit straight on. You can see Demi lining up. Is Demi going to angle? Is he going to sit straight on? He does sit straight on as well. Possible to get some better traction out of that start. We had a bit of lag there, ladies and gents, but we are off and away. We're on board with Demu, gets a cracking start. He's in at 4th. Unsure why there was some ghosting there, the cars, possibly a bit of lag. Demu gets clocked. Looks like there's no damage. He'll be able to spin around. That puts him back into 14th. So you can see Infinity. Infinity looks like that could have been an incident as well. Infinity drops all the way down from, he started on 4th. Unluck, really, really horrible start for Infinity after a phenomenal qualifying. So our biggest movers here, we have DRS Maestro up into 6th. Very well done by Mr. Maestro. No build as well. It's climbing very quickly. So have a look at the position changes. DRS up 5. Noble's up 5. They're your biggest winners. Infinity down 16 and Demu down 8. So unfortunate for those two. We saw Demu's contact at the start. He's still there in the race though, fighting it out. There is a battle here. He's alongside Unk Production. He's going to go for it down the inside. No, he backs out of it a bit. You do see the McLaren of Soppers. Is he going to up the inside? He is. He's up the inside of Demu. Gets the throttle down. Soppers flying. Gets on the throttle very nice out of the corner and exits very, very well. Oh, we have Abu Bakar on the inside of failing Tomcat. Doesn't get it done. Is that that's Unk Production and I believe Soppers side by side there. Sorry, ladies and gents, EA camera angles absolutely shockers. Looking for some side by sides here. We've got a bit of a group down the back here, very huddled up. Actually, to be honest, everyone's within DRS from 5th all the way down to 20. Mert's been separated from the podium crew. Moikuli getting a nice 2.1 second gap over Mertz. That'll hurt now with the DRS. And looks like, yeah, DRS 2.2 behind Mertz as well. Nobody losing a few positions as well, dropping down. Looks like a few of the drivers struggling to get their foots the throttle application correct around that, or around a few of the corners actually. Getting beat out a lot on the exit speeds. But other than that, they look quite similar in pace. We've got Noble here right on the back of DRS. These two had the most to gain, and still do, right up there now. DRS going off the track for a bit. Got to watch the track limits here. They can add up very, very, very fast. There's a lot of corners and not enough grace for Austria in terms of the track limits. Noble going to get the run on DRS. Is he going to go for it? See, DRS is flashing. He's going to go up the inside. He isn't. Noble gets a cracking exit here. He's going to go for it here. We can see him on the inside. Gets it done. Is there an over and under there for DRS? There isn't. Noble gets the move and keeps it. And here comes Demu on up the outside. Joe Holly trying to hang in, he can't. Demu gets the move around the outside, phenomenally done. Great move. So a few of these lads not separated by much, tell you what. Very, very close middle pack here. But no one making moves at the moment. Just having a look at the deltas here. There might be one here. Rico Gracie's going to go on the inside. Holly is not. You can see those front three just biding their time, keeping the pace. Colombo on the hard, still out front, which is a great sign. The medium tyres need to get him early. Up the inside, Rico Gracie. Can he pull it off? Get traction down. Oh, a bit of a wiggle. Can he keep it? They're side by side still. Jaholi got a bit of a better exit. Still side by side going into the next corner. He goes up the inside. He's still, tell you what, Jaholi's still there. Goes around the outside. He finishes off the move. Rico Gracie does with the outside. Very, very well done. Nice side by side racing from the lads. Tell you what, very, very nice side by sides there. Gave each other enough room. Knew where each other's cars were. That spatial awareness is very important, especially in a track like Austria. You end up like Leclerc a few seasons back. Soppis, is he going to go up? It's the outside. He's trying to make the move around. He's going to give it a go. Can he get it done? He needs the throttle down. Gets it done nicely. Very well done. Gee, that car didn't move. That throttle application must have been phenomenal. Budicam slide, trying to hold his top 10. Jaholi takes it off him here. Although Jaholi won't have the benefit of DRS if Budicam slide can stay with him. Got to be careful on that curb. So will Budicam slide go for his position back on this corner? Is he going to wait for the next DRS zone? What's he going to do here? He's going to go for it. Oh, we see a bit of a defensive move. Wasn't a late move whatsoever, just defending the track. Oh, we see Jaholi fighting for it. Oh, bit of the McLaren in the background of Soppis. That's the McLaren of Soppis. Gets a bit of a wiggle from the contact. Possibly wasn't expecting. That's Unk Production out as well. Unk Production is out, retired in the pits, I believe, as you can see, ladies and gents. So we'll keep an eye here on these lads. Wingish up in 12th here. He's going to go double inside. He's going to get the 2 for 1. He's got one of them on. Backs out of there. He's to fight another day. Trying to capitalise on these two racing. Budicam slide takes the position back off Jaholi. Gets back into the top 10 around the outside. Great move. Wingish biding his time and waiting. So is nobody. So is Soppers. Look at this train here. These cars are proper close. Mertz with a 5-second, doesn't help him. Soppers going down the inside of nobody. Tough corner to do it. Can he get it on? He does. Gee, I tell you what, proper room left by everyone there, but Soppers can get it done on the straight down the inside. Is nobody going to fight him around the outside? He will. Bit of a wiggle from Jaholi in front, as we can see. Soppers keeping that inside, and he's going to take Jaholi now. He's going to take the next... he's not going to take Jaholi. Jaholi fighting for his life down that outside. Tell you what, that was phenomenally done. That late braking of Jaholi was phenomenally done. He's gone around the inside. He keeps it from the inside as well. Jaholi not letting Soppers take that spot easily. I tell you what. Now Budicam slide with a 3-second. Got Wingish right on him. And no DRS. We do see Mertz is pitting here. Austria a 3-second penalty as well. So after 9 laps, ladies and gents, you do have only 2 penalties so far, or two drivers with penalties, which is phenomenally well done by the lads, to be honest. It's just a move from Wingish. It's defended. Not sure if it was defended well or it was late. You can't tell from the booth, unfortunately, but Wingish will get him here anyway. Or will he? Is he going to fight for it? He will get him. Wingish gets Budicam slide, moves up into 8th. Very well done by Wingish. You got in the background here, the lads fighting still. Jaholi gets back in front of Budicam slide. That might hurt Budicam slide because Mertz has pit. So Mertz, I believe, was in front. Oh, has to check the brakes there. Well done by Mr. Budicam. Tell you what, really well done on the reactions there. I believe Jaholi had to slow due to the car in front going into the pits. It's a very dangerous pit. You can see a lot of the cars now pitting. The side-by-side here. Oh, a bit of a bump. Not sure what happened there. That was very, very strange. Yeah, it seemed he's... I'm not sure if I missed the contact, if there was any, but it seemed like either the rear went out, but his car kind of did this weird Budicam slide across the track. Phenomenally raced so far, so he's still got another 25 laps, still keeping it. So a lot of these front runners now pitting. Steve, the only one on the medium tyre who didn't pit out of the front runners. We see Austria having to apply the brakes there. Car in front went into the pits. Every year that this pit stop has been a hazard. Even the AIs, if you're playing an AI race, they crash into each other. So obviously, even if the computer can't get it right, you should change it some way or another. It is quite a dangerous pit stop. We do see now the field spread out a little bit. DRS and Wingish, the closest battle on track here. DRS on fresh mediums, 2-lap olds. Wingish on 1-lap old hards. A lot of lads pit early, but if you're looking up at the sky, it's getting a bit darker. They're possibly preempting a bit of rain. So they've gone onto a fresher tyre earlier to get the most out of the tyres. Because either way they're going to have to pit onto a wet tyre later on, it looks like. That's my call on it. Obviously we can't see the weather forecast from the booth, but we can see the sky. Up front we got, that's Nobil gone past Autron. Nobil gets past Autron. Nobil up in the 7th. Has pit on 1 lap old medium tyres. So those that did pit, they were on mediums. I would say they're going back onto medium tyres if the weather is going to turn bad. And that's a wingish. That's a backwards wingish. Has spun around, straightened the car up. Is there any damage? I'm trying to, as you can see, I'm trying to change to C, but unfortunately, this is the EA didn't want to give me a. Yeah, there is right end plate for Mr. Wingish. There is some right end plate damage. We'll see if it's serious enough to fix up when he does pit again. If this track turns wet, because Wingish has pit already. Oh, Wingish spins, gets on the curb. Mr. Wingish on the curb. Rejoins the track. Tough start to the race for Wingish. Saw him do so phenomenally 2 weeks ago at Coda. Got a puncture, but was gunning for a victory. Got a puncture, unfortunately, especially in such horrendous conditions. So hopefully we see him fight his way back here. Gee, we got Bacco back on Moikuli. Bacco gets past Moikuli there. Lovely racing. Moikuli backs out of it there. So Colombo and Rico Gracie, the only two that haven't pit so far in the top 5. A few drivers in the top 10 other than them haven't pit either. That'll be Failing Tomcat, Nobody in Autron. But if that weather is going sour quickly, then they may want to. Or another strategy, which I believe Colombo might be doing, is holding out till this weather hits, then making his pit stop onto the wet tyre to avoid doing 2 stops. As you can see, he does have a 15-second gap between himself and Rico Gracie in 2nd place. So that is a good strategy. Possibly why he picked it in the first place. It's a bit of a gamble, not too much, but it really depends on how EA wants to be with their weather forecast. You know, they could say a 10% chance of rain, and it will most likely rain. So we'll see when this weather comes down. We've got Steve here. Steve chasing up Failing Tomcat. Gee, these 3-second penalties are coming in hot now. A few of them in a row. We've got Abu Bakar and Budikem on 6. We've got Autron on 3, Mertz on 3, and Demu on 3 as well. So they are coming in hot. We previously did see Unk Production did have a 3-second himself prior to DNF. So only lap 15 and total of 6 cars now, having received track limit exceeding penalties. Steve getting past Failing Tomcat there. Gets him very nicely done. Nice DRS overtake. So Failing Tomcat trying to hold on to Steve here. He did just get DRS back in the 2nd DRS zone. Mertz also on the back of Failing Tomcats. He's got a Steve. Steve's getting away from Failing Tomcats. So he needs to get past. Mertz needs to get past him in order to, and he does so, in order to keep up with the next driver in front. Lost a little bit of time there, especially seeing as the fact he has a penalty as well. Demu, is that a 2nd penalty for Demu? It is. Demu cops another 3-second, total of 6 now, and needs to start being a bit more careful. Driving the car as hard as he can. but needs to start looking after those track limits. Otherwise, no matter what he comes, it will still hurt his race. So we see here Moikuli's chasing down Baco there. And there's a 13-second gap between Baco and Colombo, which Colombo obviously has not pit as of yet. And I'm not sure what the pit time is or how long it takes in the pit to pit stop from start to exit here in Austria. However, I can see that Colombo is probably most likely holding out for this rain. Usually you would follow most of the grid in doing so, although nobody in failing. Tomcat also on the hards there. They are so those that did start on the hards, the four out of the 5 of them did they haven't pit yet, so it's probably still a strategy, or could still be a strategy. McCauley still chasing down Baco. And Rico Gracie looks like struggling because you've got no build on the outside. He gets it done. Yeah, Rico Gracie really struggling with those 16-lap-old hards. It may be better off to pit and just sacrifice the hard tyres, get a fresh pair. You may be saving time at this point if you have really high tyre temps or really high tyre wear on those 16, 17-lap-olds. Again, 1 lap could be a couple of seconds, so who knows. I believe that's some rain, ladies and gents, as well. As I was saying, that here's some rain, some droplets up near the mountains. Looks like so Marriott's on the chat saying how much the tyre percentages of a certain driver. I can't actually see them myself here in the booth. My guess, they would be, I would say, in the 50 to 60s. Again, some drivers are very good at managing tyres. It really depends. This track really hurts your tyres. But I would say he's heading towards that 50 mark, if not there already or over. Generally, the engineer will kick in around the 40% mark and say, hey, look, they're not good anymore. Yeah, Laudry on the chat saying should definitely be over 50%. Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I just, I never am sure, because a lot of these lads can whisper to these tyres and make sure they stay low. Mine, in answering your question, mine would be probably over 60% if I was Colombo at the moment. So yeah, it would be definitely up there. Gee, we see a lot of the cars losing some traction, some into pits. This weather kicking in now. Failing Tomcat and nobody have pit already. Steve hunting down Rico Gracie. Is he going to pit? Is Rico Gracie going to pit here for Inters? The track may not be wet enough yet for the Inters. However, on those 18-lap olds, 1 more lap on them is so dangerous. He is, it looks like. Is he going to pit? He's not. He's staying out. He is staying out. The thing is about the F1 video games is the track can literally go from dry to saturated within 1 sector. But when they turn DRS off is when you really see the difference between the dry tyres and the wet tyres. It's still on at the moment, so they haven't turned it off. Yeah, it's one of those things where I don't know if you let's see if Colombo pits. So I don't know if you stay out. Looks like he's pitting. Yeah, he is. Got to be careful on those curbs. So Lloyd was saying going to the second camera view to see the tyres. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, the hards have had it. We can see Rico Gracie going to the pits as well. So Rico Gracie has pit, and Colombo's pulled off a phenomenal straight here. So Colombo, having started on the hards, has now put himself back into first, with only that being his first and only pit stop. Demu's still out on the medium tyre, going to struggle. DRS still on though. Oh, Demu! Oh, this is insane that Demu can't get the throttle down. Almost caught the car there. Gee, almost caught it there, but does lose it eventually. It's Lando Norris, Russia vibes. Oh, we can see Demu really struggling. A lot of wire on the track. Yeah, we can see Demu now, the only car on those dry tyres on track here. Again, like I said, ladies and gents, could have been fine literally half a lap ago, and now they just fall apart. Again, I didn't see a DRS. Double check here. I'm not sure if there was a DRS disactivated. I didn't see it. Let's check here, see if Demu has retired. Very unfortunate. Still have 14 laps in it. Good sir, but lovely to have you again. Very, very unlucky. Possibly starting the lap on those medium tyres when it really starts to get bad. Yeah, DRS is disabled. I didn't see it come up. Not sure why it didn't, to be honest. If it did and I missed it, my apologies. But ladies and gents, DRS is disabled, so now we will see some absolute tricky weather because EA, as soon as they do that, it becomes a wet track in their eyes. Even though you can see the track still half dry, and it never usually takes this long for a track to get like that. But EA speeds the process up for us, which is great. You can see Ichris hanging onto that car around the corner as he chases down Autran. Colombo got a cracking lead on Baco and Moikuli, 8.8 seconds on the second place Baco, just from starting on the hards and being patient and pitting those hard tyres when the rain came in. Phenomenal strategy. The risk paid off. It's not really a risk if you know it's going to rain, but it is when you know that EA controls the rain. So it's paid off for him. Very, very, very well thought out. As you know, he was the only one in the top 7 that did start on the hards, and it is paid big, big dividends. Now, so you can see 8th, 9th and 10th, so just inside the top 10. We have Failing Tomcat, Soppus and DRS Maestro fighting it out. And then your next closest battle on track is Ichris and Autran, we were just viewing. So these lads, looks like they pit a bit later than the rest of the grid. As you can see, they're just going on to their 3rd lap on the inters. Some are in the 5th, and some have already entered the 3rd lap. Oh, we do see, I'm not sure is that there was a car pulling off the track there. I'm not sure who that was. I believe that was Abu Bakar DNF'd in the middle of the track. Possibly. We saw his car pull off, but again, like I said before, we didn't see, or I didn't see a notification up top myself. Apologies, saying DNF to pits came out because of EA. Makes sense. So they DNF'd in the pits, came out of the pits, and then EA pulled the car over on the side of the track. Very well done, well thought out from EA. Silly behaviour. Although well done for Abu Bakar for retiring in the pits, and sorry to see you go, but we will see you back next week hopefully, and phenomenal race. These conditions are tricky for everyone. Austria another 3 seconds, I believe. Having a look at the penalties here. Austria, yeah, 9 seconds for Austria. Infinity copying his first 3 seconds there. An unfortunate start to the race for Infinity, trying to get back there, but just struggling. Maybe had a few incidents during. Really unfortunate for turnout for Infinity in regards to what happened to him during the race, but phenomenal qualifying. In 4th place, I believe, he started, so still phenomenally done by him today, regardless of the outcome. Sop's gone for the inside there, he doesn't, he backs off. Gee, had a lot of closing speed on failing Tomcats there. No DRS, remember ladies and gents, as it is disabled, so the drivers will need to rely purely on exit speed, throttle application and ERS as a means of overtaking, because that is really the only way to be able to do it here in Austria without the DRS, which is a very handy tool for this track, which unfortunately they cannot use anymore. We do see nobody getting some wheel spin. We see the DRS Maestro right on the back of these two. Rico Gracie with a 3-second time penalty. So just look at position changes. We have a Noble and Rico Gracie both on 9 positions up the grid. A phenomenal race by these two lads. Infinity unfortunately down 11, as we were mentioning earlier. And Steve up in 5, Soppus up in 6 now, as he overtakes failing Tomcat. Will failing Tomcat fight that back? He won't. DRS Maestro needs to get Mr. Tomcat now. Stay with Soppus. Closest battle on the grid here. Is he going to go for it? He's not. Can DRS get a good enough exit here? Geez, on the throttle, isn't he? You see the limiter firing off from DRS. Trying to get the application down, get the gears up. So here's your main battle at the moment, ladies and gents, as well as Mokuli and Bacco, 4th position. Colombo has had a phenomenal race in and of 10-second gap now between him and Bacco. So those two and Mokuli will fight it out for 2nd and 3rd, it looks like. Although Noble is right on them, he's getting closer. Tyres are even. So we'll see how he goes. Again, no advantage of DRS to pull them away, which is good for Noble in this circumstance. Usually DRS, with DRS on, you can have 2 cars pull each other away from another car that is outside that 1 second. So that won't help. And so we do see Noble enter that 1 second margin. between him and Moikuli. So this has become a three-way battle for second. So someone will miss out on a podium here between second, third, and fourth of Bacco, Moikuli, and No-Build. And then DRS Maestro chasing down Mr. Tomcat, trying to get past him. Needs to do so before he loses the Soppers, the car in front. You can see also as well here, Joe Holly right on the back of Mr. Bootycam slide. It's another battle out here on track. So, obviously I'll finalise these after the race, but we do have our driver of the day nominees, and so far it is going to go to drivers of Colombo and No-Build, and there was another driver here, Rico Gracie, ladies and gents. Even though Rico Gracie does have the penalty, he's driven phenomenally well, up 9 positions. Used the weather and the hard tyre one stop to only to climb up the grid. So only doing one stop. So well done. Him and Colombo doing the same thing. So well done to those two lads for a phenomenal strategy. And No-Build, I don't believe No-Build did that, but you see No-Build climbing up the grid after an unfortunate disqualification in his final lap. In quali, he's up here fighting for a podium, trying to get past these two lads who have been really back and forth, that close all race. Let's see if he can add some fire to the mix or capitalise possibly on some battling. We have Mertz on the back of Rico Gracie as well, both on 3 seconds. So this is outright, ladies and gents. What's he going to do here? Very well defended by Rico Gracie. Phenomenally defended. Is he going for an over and under? Gets the traction down. Rico Gracie, oh, can he get the traction? He doesn't quite get it. Really well done. He thought Mertz would outbrake himself. He did go a bit deep in the corner and went a bit. He did go a bit too deep when trying to exit out, and almost got capitalised on from Mr. Rico Gracie. But Mertz does hold that position now. A good move, and we can see Rico Gracie will fire that back 100%. We do have a yellow. I'm not sure who that is. So Bacco now 11 seconds behind Colombo. Still a fair way out with only 5-6 seconds left. We do see a DRS Maestro 3-second time penalty. We do see that's Jaholi SP5. May have retired in the pits most likely because there is no safety car. So, and EA's done the same thing. Just brought the car back out. Possibly, I'm not too certain, I didn't see it, but almost caused a few of the cars to collide with it. Really, really shocking. They do need to fix stuff like that because that car was not ghosted. And with these conditions, it's not the easiest to see, let alone focus-wise. You're focusing on taking every corner, entry and exit as best you can. Not some car sitting on the track, you know, right out of the corner that EA's put there. So only the Williams of Mertz left from the Williams team in the race, trying to pull off a top 10 and big points for the team. Unlucky end to the race for Jaholi. It was phenomenal racing. Great to have you again. Good sir. Always a pleasure. we saw some great battling before with, I believe it was Bootcamp Slide and Joe Holly going back and forth. Great stuff. So still, No Build still keeping his distance here behind these two. I'm not sure if this is purposeful or biding time till the last lap or so. ERS is almost identical as well. We'll keep an eye on these lads for the remainder. We'll also keep an eye on DRS and Failing Tomcat, although DRS does have a 3-second now. So we'll need to clear Failing Tomcat by his current Delta and of course an extra 3 seconds. So it looks like No Build's struggling possibly a little bit on the exits. It could be a setup thing. I'm not sure whether drivers opted for a 50-50 hybrid for a wet and dry type setup. Some might have tried to just capitalise on one way or the other by going dry setup or full wet setup. Either way, you can see the difference coming out of some of those slow corners for No Build as he tries to get the traction down in comparison to Moikuli and Baco, struggling to do so. Phenomenal race though so far from him. Can he finish it off with a podium? We are entering our penultimate lap shortly. 3 laps to go, including this one. Baco hanging in there. Colombo, meanwhile, absolutely having a field day. Pulled off another 2 seconds from Baco. So all he has to do is just keep it on the track. And all 4 tyres on the car at a reasonable pace in this weather. And he will be the winner of the Grand Prix. But again, anything can happen, ladies and gents. But I think shortly we're going to see some moves happening here between these second, third and fourth position drivers. Just having a look at their ERSs. Relatively even. Moikuli losing a bit of time to Baco there throughout the corners. Looks like Moikuli could be struggling a bit. We see Noble having to go possibly a track limit there as we enter the penultimate lap. Just to stabilise the car, need to go a bit wide in order to get a good exit. Great exit there by Noble. Is he going to get Moikuli here? He's on the battery. And so is Moikuli. He knows that Noble got a great exit there. He's going to go up the inside. He is. He's going to go up the inside. That's a big dive. That's a big move from Noble. He does move Moikuli out of the way. And Moikuli gave him a bit of not happening, good sir. They may have jeopardised Noble's chances at a podium. We will see. Is there damage? There isn't. Is there damage from Moikuli? There isn't either. I'm not sure if that was Moikuli getting the tyres stabilised again, or whether it was a what you think you're doing, good sir, little nudge on that exit there. But either way, it looks like there is no damage. It has hurt Moikuli's chances at second, although he was slipping out of it was slipping out of reach anyway. So into the final lap. Now Colombo already starting the second sector. Colombo well ahead here. Now it's going to be between Noble and Moikuli for third, the final podium spot. Is Noble going to make a move? He's not here. Good, thought twice this time. I think very wise decision there. Has to get the traction down. Looking at the battery, has a bit more. I think Baco is going to be safe from the two of them. We'll see. Noble, is he going to make a move anywhere here if he gets a chance? Not many more zones you can, though, to be honest. This could be our finishing order, ladies and gents, unless we see something happen in the last few corners. Again, Moikuli, a very tough custom to get the overtake off. And we have Colombo as the Austrian Grand Prix winner. He does take it phenomenally easy for the lad. Great tactics, great drive all round. In second, it's Bacco. Moikuli comes in third, and No Build does miss out. Unfortunately, just outside. Possibly that's small mistake in quali to invalidate the lap has cost him a podium, because he's climbed all the way back up here to get that. We have Steve in 5th, Mertz in at 6th, Rico in at 7th. And ladies and gents, just before I continue, that is Colombo's 2nd race win in a row. 2 from 2 so far. Phenomenally done. Majestically done too. Very good tactic, very good drive, very consistent. Good driving all around. So we have Rico Gracie 7th, Soppis in 8th, failing Tomcat in 9th, Darius in 10th, and that's your top 10. And ladies and gents, that is La Rodri's feeding me the breaking news. That is a first podium for a driver on the grid. Now, let me just wait till we get back in there, and I will, because I do not want to mispronounce the name. It is Mr. Bacco SGT _ first driver, first podium. So phenomenal race. Congratulations, good sir. Now, driver of the days, it will be Colombo, No Built, and to finish it off, I am going to put Rico Gracie there. Look where he started in 15th position, put himself up into 7th. Well done. And then we have obviously No Build starting 13th up into 4th. And even though Colombo did start number 1 on the grid, he has pulled off a phenomenal strategy to put himself and keep himself number 1. So they are your driver of the day nominees. Again, Colombo _ SSI, No Build, and Rico Gracie. Phenomenal drive. They are my 3 picks for today's race. So, ladies and gents, for those in that bottom 10 that are not called out, Nobody, Chris, Infinity, Autrin, Bootycam Slide. Great race as well. I got so unlucky. To be honest, a lot of those drivers that were in that bottom 10 finish got quite unlucky, as we saw. Just can happen, especially with the weather. All round, great race here. Another wet one. Hopefully, well, actually, it was a bit of a mixed condition, wasn't it? So hopefully, next week we have just some dry conditions for the lads to take a bit of a week off, having to pull water out of their eyes. So it's once again, it's been your boy. This is J-Dog. It's been a pleasure. And coming up later, of course, we have our other divisions within ERA. So we have Tier 2. Now, due to my Australian clock, unfortunately, I will be able to tell you that it is Monday your time. However, again, I am a bit uncertain of the world clock for all of you. So I'll tell you the 3 divisions are coming up, and we can post it later on the Discord, as you will see, or on the channel, just so you can follow on. So we have Division 1 and 2 for our No Assist North American division, and Tier 2 for our ERA Racing League. So make sure to tune in. It's been a pleasure. We'll catch you next week. Take care.